All right. Now we're switching gears to Ebonhorn. I think we're going to start with the eye.
But
Hello, E12MM. Welcome. I'm doing well. Getting back into it. Second stream of the day. We're making some eyeballs. Some eyeballs. We need some digital artists, create all types of streaming stuff like logos, banners, panels, overlays, etc. Well, I appreciate you reaching out. I'm not looking for any work at the moment. But thank you. All right, let's take this one and duplicate this. So I'll say pupil. Pupil. No, thank you, but I appreciate it. And we'll make this one bright color. I'm doing all right. Do something like this. And squeeze that. Hello, Nammers. Welcome, welcome. We're making the pupil. Welcome to the afternoon stream. Eben, hello. Guess who we're working on, Eben? Who could it be? The afternoon stream is when things get wild. Hold on to your butts. Things are going to get intense. I guess I could take this and add it to this one, or duplicate this layer, set it to linear dodge, then do that. How many guesses do I get? 2. Another day, another Sam stream. Let's go. Hello, hello, Flash. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. We're working on our Minotaur man now. Thought this would keep the thing. It shouldn't get rid of the layer below it. Should not get rid of that. Whoa! Whoa! Let's be the mask. So I'm going to duplicate this again. Delete that one. Delete this one. No, that's right. And then we just shrink this one. There we go. Okay. Kind of confusing to work with this, but that's okay. All right. Time to sit down. Time to sit down. Oof. Charmander. Are those all layers on the right? Yes. Well, Yes, so they're all different layers in here for the eye. And some of them have some effects and stuff. Effects. Looks like I still have my shadow. Trying to match this color, I see. I think they should be squished inwards a little bit more. It's not a substance file if it isn't 80 layers. It's true. That is true. You want like this. Hello, Rashad. Welcome back. Hello. How you doing? Affects like different expressions. Right now, it will just be outputting a single image. So it'll just be updating the image we have in Unity. You could do different expression stuff for the eyes, but you'd have to set that up inside of Unity through a shader or something. All right, we're just squeezing everything a little bit. Want a more oval shape. Hello, Kai. Welcome back. And Fallout as well. Hello. 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 Papa. Albert. A little more like that. And then for our large border here, we're gonna kind of cut out the, or fade out the top of it, I think. I kind of like the blur, but I'm gonna leave it off. A little bit less squeeze. Let's just see what this looks like for now. Export the texture. Export. Governor. It's probably embarrassing to hear. Okay, we can make the eye bigger. I wish I could move all the folders at once. That would be awesome. But instead we have to do it one at a time, which is not awesome. I think we'll do right about there. I'll move these in order from outside in. Call this small highlight. Medium highlight. And then that's the pupil. Large highlight. All right, export again. I probably could have done a gradient and then done a, yeah, I think if I have to adjust it again, I'm just going to redo how I did the eye. So I think I just thought of a way to do it a lot easier. That looks good. That looks good. Very satisfying. Okay. Really like how the nose came out. Looks very soft. Green. It's so green. All right. The tail looks good. I'd like to make the tail blend in a bit better here. So we're going to go over to the body, save. And we're going to look at the butt. Because it's got this shadow here. Oh, also we need this color on the tail. I'll add that in a second. Oh man, my screen's so dirty. It's so funny looking at this sometimes because, like, man, where did that texture come from? Oh wait, that's just my dirty ass screen. Perfect. Yeah, wipe that down. Where is it? Where is it? It's the curvature shadow here. In this spot, we'll add this gradient. We're just going to break it because we need to move it onto the tail. Apparently, just spit and goobers flying everywhere. And if I put it right here, I should get a good idea of how it's going to blend. Right there. Okay. Splash zone. Tail, base. And then, oh, right. I wanted to bake the fluff. I didn't do that yesterday. Here's hoping we'll be able to bake it now. Probably won't be able to. False. I forgot that. I save. Export textures. Like, it's got to make that. Okay, if my stream crashes, I'll take that opportunity to bake the character, but I shouldn't be having so many issues with Substance. How do I set a program to priority? Set program to priority. Okay, so task manager. Gotta move this over here. Open this back up. Details tab. And then my RTX, NVIDIA RTX voice. Yeah, just normal. Right. Hopefully this will help. Doesn't doesn't want us to see your wizardry secrets. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. All right. Thankfully, we didn't lose any progress. That's good. We'll save. And we'll try exporting again. Fingers crossed. Loose lips sink ships. I have a very crass response to that, but I will avoid saying it. All right, that does blend better now. But Nammers, earlier you asked me if the tail is a separate object. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't get around to answering it. But so yes, basically, it's just a separate object because I found that it's really hard to work around it, especially if they have like a really big poofy tail. It's pretty much impossible because it's gonna like intersect with much bigger area. Um, and plus, I feel that some people, I think it's nice to include the option to be able to turn it off. So, you know, whenever people want to be able to turn their tail off, go ahead and do so. He looks good. He's looking really good. Look at that. Look at that boy. All right, now let's see if we can do the difficult bake. Fluff Shadow, which broke twice yesterday. Thank you, Nammers. Thank you. My boy! They massacred my boy! We need to put the hose back. All right, it's going to take a little bit to export. Export song. Export dance. That's how I get my computer to work faster. I mean, I need some extra RAM or GPU or something. I'm really jealous of Flash's Threadripper. He did a 12 million particle simulation in less than 10 minutes. It's like, I wish I could do that. You know what? I am going to redo it one more time because I also would love to have these nails in there. That would be awesome. My PC be like that too. I got 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 10th gen IZ. That sounds good to me, but I frankly am hardware. It kind of goes over my head a lot of the time. When you separated everything for baking, did you just put it back right, resetting the location of the objects? Correct. So I made sure before I moved anything away to zero out the transforms so it can come back. The other thing I do is the other option that's nice is to keyframe everything if you don't want to change the transform. So yeah, because you can export one frame of the animation or the other, depending on what you need to do. Yeah, that way I can just select everything, hit Alt G, it all snaps back to the original position. Easy peasy. Oh, sorry, or the sound. I might use that keyframing method. I never thought of that. It's nice. It's nice. It's cheating. All right, we're gonna save one more time, and it's probably gonna crash when I hit bake. Most likely. Just see secondary arrays. I'm gonna turn these down. 64. Say 32. Min occluder distance. Max occluder distance. Please don't crash. I didn't notice that error before. Did crash though. I don't know what to do though, because it's not that much. I can use a lower resolution map though, so maybe ignore. Yeah, let's say ignore backface. No anti-aliasing match. Fine. I wish I could lend you my hardware for this bit. I appreciate it. Mail it to me. It just never even gets to starting to calculate. It's doing some sort of computation beforehand that just it never finishes. But didn't I move the fingernails? Okay, that's fine. They're there. Yeah, that's important. You can do it. Come on. I said to encourage it, I guess. All right, perfect. So now save that. And we're gonna do file, export textures. Whoa. Whoa. We're gonna export this into. That was right here. Select folder. I just want the occlusion. We'll use the mesh maps for this. 1024. Export. Save. File. Open recent. Body. Now, we'll make another layer. Fluff shadow. then take the image. Actually, we can embed it as an alpha, that's fine. Add a fill. Drop this into the fill. Okay. Now, get this filter. I might as well use a color ramp for levels. Hello, Sugar Pie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Clean that up a little. And then switch this to black. All right. Then, also an ambient occlusion. Roughness down. And the ears get it pretty bad to mask that out. And the mouth, quite a few places we'll have to remove the effects from. So add a paint on top, set it to multiply, and then mask everything in black except for the body. And ear. I don't want the ear to have it. All right. Then we'll add another filter, a blur. Let's just soften it up a little. Doesn't look super great. And right now it's incredibly strong. Probably won't want it to look like this. But I want to see what it looks like in Unity first. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Check a Discord. I will. Goofy, you are in Denmark. Feel like I can't watch this on stream. I'll let people who have the Discord watch that as well. I will share I'll share that on my on stream. Oops. All right. Well, I like this little shadow here. That looks good. And here, that looks quite good. So I think where it has shown up, it's quite nice. Let's change the lighting. Take a look at it. 10 sounds good. Yeah, I think that looks really, I really love just how soft it looks right here. That's quite satisfying. But I think we can do better. So I'm going to go here, get rid of this blur. And I'm going to put above it a 3D blur. I don't know what those options mean. I guess we'll do one more blur on top of it. It's just, unfortunately, it makes the seams pop, which is why I have to use this blur. Maybe before the levels? No, after. Because it gets too sharp. I don't like how it starts cutting out the bottom of the shadow. Again. Save. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Look at that little shadow right there. It's perfect. It's perfect. Probably too strong on the butt, though. What would you say is more preferable when baking in Substance rather than Blender? I much prefer baking in Substance for sure. That's definitely my preference. I don't know how different it is though, because I think I've learned enough. I've learned quite a bit since I last attempted to bake in Blender. So potentially my kind of perspective is skewed. It could be better than I think it is. But um my instinct is still to say that I prefer Substance. I'm just getting rid of any extra shadowing. I really only want the shadows I'm adding right now to affect the body. Probably the horns too, actually. Well, let's just see what it looks like with it. All right, export again. Oh, my internet. Interesting. I think that just straight up killed my internet connection. All right. Looks pretty good now. Ugh. Let's get the fluff started. Hopefully it's not. I'm bapping. Die, computer, die. Bap away. Bap away. All right. So much faster to calculate. Probably a little too strong. A little too strong. All right. Overall, though, looking super good. And I think we've isolated all the problems that we could potentially encounter with. Well, I love how the hooves look. The way they catch the light looks really good. All right. So, back into Blender. And we're going to exit Painter for a little bit. Hopefully that helps my internet out. And what we'll do is begin to reto. Say 17, or sorry, rigging, pre-rigging, pre-body rigging. We'll go to layout, take the hooves. It's really just the sweater and the fluff that we don't want to deal with at the moment. We can delete all these sculptures. Actually, all of these collections. Delete reference, delete body hierarchy, sculpt. That'll make loading in and out of this file a lot faster. Mucho faster. It's slowly getting better. Slowly getting better. Maybe not. All right, we'll take the hoof and we're just going to combine it with the body. Probably the same with the horn, but I don't need to. So these are the objects we want. When we go to AutoRig Pro, say AutoRig Pro Smart. Neck, chin, shoulders, wrists, spine, oncles, enclaves, enclaves. Doop, doop. Bada, boom. Okay. And then here's the middle of the eye and the top of the nose. Top of the nose. From the morning to you. Is this near where you do the facial tracking bit too? Sort of. Sort of. It's the start of it. But I usually save the facial rigging and tracking for the very, very end. Because once I start making shape keys or blend keys, blend shapes, it really slows down. It gets really slow at that point. So I try to save it for last. Save, hit OK, go. AutoRig Pro looks like a better version of Mixamo thanks to it supporting facial rigging. That is basically what sold me on it. I was like, oh, they have a little quick setup. I like that. Even though I still have to go in and adjust everything. it still takes a bit of manual work, but it is not as bad as Rigify or something like that. It does save me time in the long run. All right, we'll move that back, move this down. And we're just trying to find a nice balance here. Right about there. These can be turned. AutoPro's literal magic. It has some extremely handy features. That is for sure. Especially all the setup for the tongue and teeth. And it has another nice benefit of it is that it's gotten better since I've started using it. It's like when I first started using it, there were a lot of like things I didn't quite like. I was like, oh, I don't quite get that. I don't know how it works. But then the guy updated it and it's better. Oh, awesome. But every now and then it will break in weird ways. That I don't particularly care for. I would still get it if it was even only weight painting. Fair, fair. Yeah, they have a nice voxel weight painting that I like. So for anyone rigging VR chat characters, always straighten out your shoulder bones. Always straighten out those bones. Makes a huge difference. IK in VR chat's pretty rough sometimes, and that seems to help quite a bit. But yeah, certainly still saves a ton of time. Night and day difference. I gotta move that one actually. This is really the only tedious part. It's all the fingers. Dang it. Cursor. Selection cursor. Oh, having to hit the hotkey again and again gets a little. I'm air prone. Usually I put a little bit more resolution on my fingers. I can always add it later. I'm interested to see how it'll move without my usual shenanigans. Hey, I think Virtual Desktop just got finger tracking passed through for quests like today, so looking forward to waggling those bad boys. Hey, that's really cool, actually. I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, cool. My internet's coming back. Uh, interesting. I wonder, does that translate all the way to VR chat? If so, that's pretty interesting. That I do prefer not holding controllers, though it is a little annoying to move around doing gestures. I'm just not used to it. Also, is VR chat on the Vision Quest, Vision Pro? Not 100%, but it does on the standalone version, so not sure why not. It'd be super cool if they did. I mean, VR chat and virtual desktop, like pretty much everyone knows that they work in conjunction. So I hope it's a very simple addition for VR chat to just integrate that. So that'd be awesome. I would use that over controllers any day of the week. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, now we just want to make sure that the rotation of the main finger is good. And we'll just go ahead, recalculate, roll off active bone. Active bone. And lastly, bam. Actually, this one could use a little bit of rotation. Okay, one last thing to add. AutoWork Pro, limb, add limb, tail. Probably need a little bit more than that. So we haven't added the tail tuft yet. Maybe like that. And then we'll limb options 8. Let's say 10. We'll have 2 for tailbone. The tail fluff, I should say. There we go. And then match to rig. Match to rig. My boy's gonna be moving. Turn off that fluff. Turn off that fluff. Turn off that fluffing stuff. Okay. Then select everything, select the rig, and say skin, voxelized, scale fix, no preserve volume, bind.
I'm in Texas.
Texas. All right. Classic first move when rigging. For tails that are inside the body, is there a preferred place for the first tail bone? I usually just put it wherever the end of my mesh is. Really, it should be wherever you want to put the first bone wherever you think it should first start moving. Because if you put it too far back, it will rotate too soon, and you'll get stretching instead of movement, instead of rotation. He's moving. He is moving. He is moving and grooving. Can I rotate that? Oh, there we go. Watch out, everybody. Whack, whack, whack. Okay, first thing on the body, though, I don't want the body to be influenced by the tail. So I will find the tail vertex groups and just get rid of them. My eyes! Okay, so we'll start from the bottom up. Start with the legs. Boom. Not bad. They could use a little bit more influence though. That, and then a little bit less from the hoof. The hoof. Hoofen. Whip crack with his whippy tail. A beast was done. We're getting there. We're getting there. Triangulate should be before the mirror. Perfect. The butt works really well. Interesting. Sometimes I really struggle getting the butt right, but this came out very well. It'll still collapse after a certain point, but I guess because I don't have such a, sometimes the top of the thigh and the back of the butt, bottom of the butt has a lot of height difference. Not so much here. The perfect butt. Title of a movie. The perfect butt. I think that's a good amount of influence. This should be mirroring its influence. Sassy walking. Main goal is for teabagging, right? Teabagging. In a fight, right? Right? In a fight? I can take him. I'm curious what key shortcuts you use in weight painting. The one I'm doing right here. Oh yeah, actually let me. Usually I have the screencast keys on. Sometimes it likes to turn itself off. So I'm just Alt drag clicking to do the kind of it's like it projects a gradient that you kind of can use to influence where the weight is, which is super handy. Makes for very quick large edits. Unless you have a mirrored mesh, though, it does not mirror well, which I find very frustrating because it's such a handy way to work. But if you do not have a mirrored mesh, then you have to wait. You can't use this one because it won't update automatically. It won't update the other side, which I don't understand. I think is weird, but it is what it is. Hey, no problem. All right, the shoulder looks good though. Maybe a little bit too much movement, but overall, pretty good. A little bit of squashing. And then shoulder here looks good. Nice. All right, quick work. Rigging is one of those things that just tends to get a little bit faster every time. I find the pass-through paint is not going well. Pass-through paint in terms of texture painting or weight painting. Interesting. One tool in weight painting. I rarely use the pass through. I only really use the drag click. But one thing you really want to watch out for is you really do want these off. Or you want to make sure you do not have auto normalize on. That one is the worst because it will change your other weight paints. And that gets really, which is what I'm going to try. Okay, perfect. I see. Yeah, no, it's a huge. I see what you mean. I thought you were like testing it right now. I guess. Bam. Bam. And I'm just getting rid of all the overlapping influence. Bada boom. because I like to just ensure there's no overlap between the fingers. I'm just taking notes right now. Yeah, definitely. Definitely let me know if you have any questions or if I do anything that surprises you, because happy to share. It is important to note that I'm using a mirror modifier. That's like the foundation of my rigging. Even if I had an asymmetrical character, like their one arm was different than the other or something like that, I would probably still use a mirror modifier to rig to start with, just to get everything into place. And then apply the weights to the other character, to the other mesh, because it's just a lot easier to work with, to be honest. Gets you to a faster starting point. All right, then we're going to go to the fingers and point to S, scale them in so we can see how they bend. Then I can just go in and basically just smooth whatever's not working. Paint them to shape. And rinse and repeat. Oops. Mirror mod is on your armature or body. Yeah, the body. That would be cool if you could mirror armatures. Apparently, the Blender development seems to have gotten a little confused in these last few months or so. But apparently, they were going to allow geometry nodes and armatures to work together, which would have been cool because then I think you could have done stuff like that, like mirror an armature and like apply movement of one bone to another a little bit more freely than just the constraints we have, or at least with more options. All right, one final little rotation here. That. Then we just want to see how they knuckle. It's pretty good. All right. Lastly, our thumb. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Hand done. Arms done. Legs done. Let's look at the face. So, my main secret is one of the main reasons I make my topology like this is so I can do a really easy selection of the lower jaw. Because it makes it so much easier to fix the weight painting on the mouth. Boom. Boom. Even though this one actually looks quite good. Boom. Yeah, actually, this weight painting's awesome. Nom 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 nom. Perfect. Hello, Adyanch. Welcome back. How you doing? I was kind of stumbling over your name there, but hello, welcome. We're working on the Moo Man. Muted, I guess. I'm not muted. Oh. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay, fine. What was that? What do you mean? Okay, fine. It's going well. It's going well. It's going well. We're getting close to finishing our rig here. Oh, so cool to see them finally move. It is satisfying. They're coming to life. Coming to life. This one needs to be a bit stronger here. Well, the robot. The robot we finished UV mapping for, but he'll probably be done next week. I don't think we'll finish him this week. We definitely won't finish him this week. Best part, seeing the life in your work. Well, thank you, Sky. But it's true. It's true. Or just you mean like generally in as you're working? Yes, I agree. It's a magic moment. Magic. The one thing it always tends to mess up with the eyebrows, it just gives them like so much influence. We might want that for this character though. Kind of fits the look. We just don't want it really on the eyelid. All right. Need more influence of the jaw onto the body. This is annoying that it does that, but I think I just would have to scooch this out, basically. Or bring in the teeth. Oh! Get a little bit of a head. Oh! Oh! Okay, time to stand up. Let's go for it. Trying to find anything that might be influencing the eyes and getting rid of that influence. Okay. Now I've been thinking about how I make this a little bit more accurate. So we have 16 edges, and there are 8 bones. There are 8 bones for 16 edges. That sure sounds like 16 vertices. Sure sounds like a recipe for success, right? On how we should divide up this influence. So I think what we'll do is for each bone, we're just going to give it, well, first let's get rid of the influence it does have. So for each bone, we're going to get rid of some of that influence and assign very directly what it should have influence of. Sometimes I just try to get like the weighting correct, but if it is divided so evenly, I feel like I should be able to be extremely specific how these weights are assigned. All right, so let's move that first, just kind of see. Not bad. Then obviously it's going to be very sharp right now, though. So then we'll select each eye bone, and we're going to smooth them all together twice. Not bad, I think. Hey, Anderson Garcia, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the stream. We are rigging our Minotaur here, our Minotaur. Thank you. and welcome. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to undo my smoothing I just did. And I'm going to deselect the corners of the eyes. Let me try that again. Deselect the corners of the eyes and try it smooth. Still feels a little strong. Thank you, Sam. Welcome from Brazil. Well, hello. Hola. I don't know if it's hola in Brazil, but I'll give it a shot. And we might as well smooth it again. Right. Okay, I mean, that looks good. It's not mirroring on this side, which surprises me. Oh, because it's not moving. I have to go into the rig, Control Tab, turn on mirror, back to here, bam. Now it's matching. All right, I think that's pretty good actually. Maybe the corners of the eyes could be redone. I think I will. I'm gonna undo them, and then instead of assigning the faces, I'm gonna assign just these interior edges. Bam. And then here, bam. And then we'll still smooth them, but the way the influence perpetuates should be a little bit softer. We should get sharper creases in the corners of the eyes. It does look like what is happening. And then everything else we do should just be the manual adjustment of the lids directly. Okay, feeling confident about that. Feeling confident. All right. It's probably the easiest eye rigging I've ever done. Now I know I have a system. I have a system. Now here, we will have the eyebrows influence just, not the lid, but just above the lid. That should allow for some nice movement and control. Nice. Okay. Dope. Dope. Okay, let's start adding more of these objects together. The tail we'll leave for last, but the teeth, tongue, and eyes can all be combined with the main body. Same with these guys. Control J, tab A, 0.6, x -1. Flip the normals and recombine. Oh, before I combine, we want to hit it with the mesh. Oh, did I rig them? I guess they are. Oh yeah, they're busted. So delete the. Oops. Go to mesh data transfer sample and transfer and combine. Should be good. Yeah. It kind of pulls. Well, no. I think that's right. I think that's right. Yeah. All right. Noise. Now we're going to get the blink shape and the. Well, we'll do the hand first, and then we'll focus on the blink. I'm going to make a fist pose. Just a good way to check if everything's working proper. that. Then we can select the fist, go to Auto Rig Pro, rig, pose tools, add hand fist, boom. Same with the other side, add hand fist, boom. All right. Then we want to kind of do the opposite for the extend pose. That we'll say add hand fist extend. And same here, add hand fist extend. Very useful because now we just have this little scale tool to adjust the hand. Mesh data transfer is an add-on. Yes, and it is a free add-on. Very useful. Very, very useful because you can do UV maps with it. You can do shape key transfers. You can even make shape keys, like wrap one of your objects around another one. It's very cool. I use it. I use it all the time. It would be much harder to do what I do without it. Though you can transfer weights just normally, I still prefer this method personally. Okay, eyes are looking good. Sort of. Why is there some sort of... The eyelid here is doing weird things. Or maybe it's the eyeball? There's no... It's all mirrored, so there's no other geometry there. But I get the feeling something's acting strange. Oh, this one doesn't have a vertex group. That would do it. On this character, I would just parent other objects to a single bone, which I think is not, I think, a good way of doing it. Like a gun or something. That's usually how I do it as well. So I think we share that method, like the eyebrows. Oh, that's not too bad. It just depends on how complex you want. I think anything with animation, or like anything with animation, it's really a matter of you can make it as complex as you want it to. you can keep pushing that complexity. Do you believe that the way to creating and rigging in Blender is easier than other software? I don't have a good point of comparison. I've never really rigged stuff in other software. Besides like Unity, you can do sort of constraints and stuff, but it's not quite the same thing. That being said, I do think it is easy in Blender once you know it. Once you know how to do it, it's not too bad. Is it easy to learn? Maybe not. Yep. It's not necessary. It's not an intuitive process. Hard to look at it and just go, oh, okay, I understand how that works. So if you know it, yes. Learning it might be a bit challenging. Yes, I want it complex, very complex. Yeah, then face rigs, I would go crazy with it. The only thing you want to keep in mind with facial rigs, if you're going to bring those facial rigs into VR chat, a lot of the times I'll bake everything down to shape keys, which allows me to get rid of some of the bones. There is a bone count. And so if you go over a certain bone count, that'll change your ranking. So that's really the only thing to keep in mind. Usually you're not going to go into poor or very poor. You'd have to have a lot of bones. Mucho bones. All right, so I'm going to select the body. I'm very poor. I don't mind very poor. Fair. Yeah, if it's not a concern, go for it. Go crazy. As I'm starting, I'll take whatever works. I'm going to duplicate the body here and separate it. So we have this other body version, which I'll call transfer body. And then I'm going to hide the original body. We just have this husk version. Then the sweater. And we'll transfer the weights. That. Awesome. Then what? Then we'll hide the sweater and turn on the fluff. For these objects right here, the groin, one more groin in there. We can combine them. All transforms. And we'll also steal the vertex groups from the transfer body. And husk. Husk. And then we can actually take the fluff now and just straight up combine it with, oh, not that body. That's the transfer body. Then I'm going to take these two objects, or these objects, invert and isolate my selection because we're getting into complexity here. So what we'll do is try to select everything but the middle ones. Okay. Should be all of them. And then all these we will combine. And all of these ones we will combine as well. Okay, so we just have these two objects now. Then we can go back to here, select this guy, point it at the body, transfer vertex groups, and then select this right here, and at the body, combine. Or not combine, but transfer the weights. Then we'll say armature deform. Deform. And then we can get rid of our husk. And everything should be moving. Looks like I didn't transfer the weights for the pointed at the things. Transfer parent. You know what? I'll actually just take the husk that we have. I'm going to send it to the hidden layer. Go to the shadow zone. Be gone. Awesome. Okay, we're still missing some stuff on the arms. Not quite sure what's going wrong with the weighting. The waist is fine. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Yeah. So the leg, these ones are on the wrong side. And we'll separate them. And on these ones, we'll delete. Oh, and flip the normals. Delete all groups. delete all unlocked groups. And then go down to transfer, it's still set up, transfer vertex groups. And now it should work. Nice. Okay. Okay. And then with the tail, I'm just going to do the voxelize by. Oh.
I heard you were. The best part, absolute best part of rigging. Bum, 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 bum. Zoom. Okay. I just having too much fun with that. Okay. Let's apply the armor. Or no, not apply. We do want to apply the. We don't need to apply the mirror, actually. We don't need to do that at all. Sweater. For the fluff, we do, though. What's this? Right. Because you're part of the Evan Horton collection, so it's not going to disappear unless I do this. All right, so now the fluff. Take it all. Put the mirror up front. We can recombine these two. Apply the mirror. And for this one, apply the mirror. Each one, there is no mirror, so we can take all these different pieces and combine them. Take this one, apply the mirror, and combine. All right. Then for the body, we can go ahead and apply the mirror. Do I work for a studio? I actually do this full time. So I make avatars for my client for VR chat full time. This is what and I just kind of I'm doing this for maybe the last 4 years or so, kind of easing into it. But I really enjoy the work. I really enjoy the work. It's very fun. Very, very fun. What are these? What is that? All right, so I'll switch this one to body, this one to clothing. I see a few other things kind of floating around. I don't know where these are, though. Are they hidden? Ah, the nose ring, of course. Where did that go? Why was that permanently disabled? Nose ring will save for a moment. Come back to that. Wait.
Of course, the eyebrows and stuff. Okay, take this, take the body, select the body, the full body this time. Separate eyebrows, eyelashes, isolate. Take this. I don't need to apply the mirror just yet. Now we can transfer vertex groups, then apply that combined, the eyebrow. So let me undo that really quick. I'm not going to apply the mirror on that just yet, but I will also hit it with the mesh. Transfer, boom. Parent with armature deform. Okay, let's see how the eye blinks now. Not bad. Not bad at all. As for the eyebrow, don't really want it moving the fluff like that. Fun. Okay, so selecting our fluff here. Basically want to get rid of all the eyelid and eye stuff and eyebrow stuff. Holy moly! Holy moly! I'm just gonna keep going, getting rid of all this facial information. Just don't need any of it. Jawbone. That one I'll keep. Though it's probably gonna look weird. Teeth? Nah. Tongue? No. Eyelid? No. Eye? No. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Then we can take these, hit that mirror, boom, hit that eyebrow mirror, boom, and combine. And then recombine the body with the fluff. The horns. We'll parent with empty groups. And this one's super easy. Select everything, find the head group, and say assign. We can apply the mirror, combine the horn with the body. Clothing will remain separate. Lane. What is this? What is this? I don't think there's anything in here. So we'll delete it. All right. Now for some special bones. So we're going to some custom bones. So to do that, we go to a new layer and we only need one for the nose ring. And we'll call it CC underscore nose ring. Then we want to open up the main bones so I can child this to the head bone. I'll turn on relationship lines so we can see that. Perfect. That off. Then we go in here, select the rig, Control P, empty groups, select the bones, find our nose ring. I'm going to go the other way. P, weight paint, bam. Wait, one. All right. Then we can combine it with the body. Awesome. Now everything is one. Wow, everything's been combined down into a few objects. All right. So now we're going to export into here, the humanoid. We want to export with twist bones. Yes, we do. Animations, none. Miscellaneous. Initialize the rotation and stuff. Triangulate. Tangents. Say yes for now. It's probably not going to work. Never does. You select everything. Actually. Bam. How long did it take me to learn to create rigging in Blender? I would say the rigging portion to really feel comfortable with it took me about 8 months to like really understand what I was doing and feel comfortable like breaking things basically. um, probably about 8 months to really feel like I knew it. Overall, it's taken me about five to let's say 5 years to really learn Blender. I'd been introduced to it before then, but I hadn't really done it as my main focus up until about 5 years ago. And then really started streaming and doing this kind of work about 4 years ago now. Goes quick. Goes quick. All right, so we're going to select the mesh. Oh no. Select a similar faces by side greater than 4, and then hit triangulate. Perfect. Now we should be able to export. Awesome. Bada boom, save. Back to here. All right, now look at that. Just 2 objects in the scene. Dang, he's looking really good. He's looking really good. We're going to try one thing with our sweater. We're going to switch it to Wyoming. length, height, texture, tile, 100 times. Maybe just 50 times. And we'll give the Ayo. Ayo. A little bit less. Oh, 150? We need 10, 10, 20, 20. All right, now it's actually fuzzy. Very satisfying. Poof. Puffy. Now that looks cozy. That looks cozy. What the? Oh, what the? Oh, what did I think? Sorry for anyone Italian out there. Ignore. Ignore me. All right. I think this gradient we have here is too strong. We do want the sweater to have an inside. Oh. And a few more tweaks to make. First is we're going to separate we're going to do this. We take the mouth and we're going to close it. Like that. And then we can select the body and we can say rig apply. And then we can select the rig and we can say rig apply pose and as rest pose. Broke. Wants to see the transfer body for some reason. Why it has to see it, but let's try one more time. There we go. Switch to rig. Bada boom. Now we can turn on this F. And now the rig is perfect. Well, sort of soft out things properly. No. Oh, that's weird. I'm doing some modeling tests in Blender. I'm trying to get as close as possible to a plausible. I used ZBrush for a long time, but I've seen good progress in Blender. There is a good lose my rigging for my T. Tone. Anything else? Lose rigging for anything else? I never had rigging for the sweater. Huh, I wonder why are those objects? Oh, easy enough to fix. Must have been when I was dissolving the fluff or something. Well, good. I'm excited to hear that, Anderson. I think Blender is a fantastic tool. Maya's kind of talked about like the industry standard, but I don't think it's going to be that way for long. And ZBrush is a great tool. There's a lot of people who make fantastic work with it. I personally don't enjoy working in it, but I understand why people do. But I think that is if you get good at sculpting, sky's the limit, you know. That's really where you can make the most of your skills. Do you have a specific industry you're looking to go into? Nom 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 nom. Blender has used in many games, film production nowadays, showing that it could be a good option for us modeling enthusiasts. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Spider-Verse was one of the biggest ones recently. Into the Spider-Verse. I haven't seen it, actually. I feel almost guilty that I haven't seen it yet. But I've heard it's good. All right. I think we should be good now with everything moving. Annoying to have to redo that, but it is what it is. Nom 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 nom. Perfect. Okay. And then we're going to go back in here. Select the fluff. Go back into weight painting. The rig selected. Bam. And paint mask. I think we're just gonna ease out that influence a bunch. And in fact, I'm just gonna say smooth, deform pose bones with the paint mask on. Just twice. Oh, I hit it again. All right. Beautiful. So, what we'll do as well is I want to update the materials in Blender on the Blender side of things because it'll be harder to ensure things are working properly when we leave how the textures are looking a mystery. So let's go ahead and grab these. And we'll take metallic's good, normal's good, transmission we don't need. Place that with smoothness. And then invert our color. Like so. Drop that right there. Awesome. Then for the fluff, delete this. Up, fluff, boom, 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 boom. Not that it ever imports the smoothness, but it's worth grabbing just in case. Boom. Invert color into roughness. That should be about it. On to the eye. One more body. Bam. 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 Open. Here we go. All right. Beautiful. Look at that. So now we have a good idea of how everything's working, and it looks correct in Blender. Very satisfying. Oh. Man, 3:30 already. Still really shouldn't be moving that much on the fluff. So we will select it again and ease out the influence again. But it's also the lips, I'm pretty sure, or some of these other bones. Well, maybe not. I don't want it moving these back areas either. Really shouldn't be influencing that much at all. Nice trick is if you do adjust the weight on one side of the face, if you if you smooth the bone, usually you can get it to project back as long as you have the symmetry enabled in edit mode. Where is it? Symmetry. Should be enabled. No, let's do it by hand. It's fine.
You know what? I'm just going to say paint mask. Select the fluff again. Bam. And just get rid of it. I don't want the jaw to influence it one bit. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Well, these ones maybe. These ones right here, I see needing to have some influence. So once again, we'll hop in. Interesting. Just that one though. Okay, that's good. I don't see any flickering on anything else. Good. Okay. Here, 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 here. I guess these ones too. Perfect. Paint. Weight paint. Paint mask. Influence like this. It just needs to be more influence from somewhere else. So we'll do just the slightest amount of weight on here from this bone. That should prevent it from getting at least so extreme. All right, this one should just be removed entirely. Not bad. Perhaps some additional tweaks will be needed, but looks good now. Actually, a good test would be what happens with the head when we do this. Okay. Tab, Alt A, select the fluff again. Paint mask. I like how the side profile looks. It looks really nice. Howdy, JW. Welcome. Welcome. Much better. Nom 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 nom. He'll have more to test. All right. Yeah. I'll start here. Boom. Boom. Ooh.
Come on, sit down. Oh, my knee is hurting. My knee is hurting. Okay. Now we go back to here. What? Why? Why? How did he get unparented? I didn't really test. Yeah. Okay, so selecting the hoodie. Teeth, we can delete. And tongue. Eyelid, all the eye stuff. Missed the process on how you did the coat. It was very quick. All I did was use the mesh data transfer tool to extract the weights from the body, and then I just parented. So I basically did nothing for the most part. I just transferred it, and that was it. Some cleanup is probably required, but for the most part, that's a great starting point that way. Just cheap. Oh, the modeling of it. So I did that. Must have been Monday or Tuesday of this week. It is in my live. If you go to my lives, it should be recorded. I basically just make a subdivision surface, make it really detailed, then go in and sculpt it. But the whole process should be there. Get rid of all these. Nom, nom, nom. It's still got the tip. Still got the tip of these little fuzzes. All right, but it doesn't have the hood. Good. Let's weight paint hood. Bam. That. And a bit like. But I think I do the hood all in one go. I sculpt it and retopologize it in the same day. I'm pretty sure I did. No, I'm wrong. Well, but you'll be able to see the process there, at least most of it. Right, and then the tips of the fluff for the jawbone. Okay, finally that's looking okay. Fluff is hard because it kind of like, especially with the data transfer, it just kind of sucks up influence from everywhere. Okay. Then we can go to the body and fluff. And these only the fluff and body first. We'll go to Special VFX, turn on UV tile discard, and do the same thing with our sweater. Okay, now sweater, same thing. Special effects, UV tile discard. So I can do this. Boom, boom. You can turn it off. Beautiful. Then we'll go to FBX. Rig, configure. We still got some more to do here. Everything there looks good, but the head, we want to remove the job from the mapping. All looks good, and then say reset, sample, enforce. Go to muscles and settings, apply. And this will give us a good idea of how stretching's working. Nice, torsos are working really well. They look a little wing-like with how it's stretching. I don't think that'll look too bad. I think it's just a flapping pose more than anything. Boom. And boom, boom. Need to look at the butt. This is weird because the fur from the legs is poking through the butt, which is not quite how it would work. Okay, sorry for the view. Just got to look at the groin. The groin fur is definitely going to be messed up. Yeah, it's doing that. Should not be doing that. He is ball. Fingers look really good, but they are influencing the fluff. I don't think that's bad though. And that looks a little goofy. So the thumb bone, it's got too much influence on the arm fluff. Okay, perfect. So back to Blendor. Then take this, isolate. Wait page. Thumb. Select this. Oops. Bam. Bam. Okay. Awesome. That all looks pretty darn good. So I think what I'd like to do now is get everything set up in Unity for all of the animations, toggle animations and the fizz bones, that kind of stuff. Get all of animators set up because it's a little tedious. Probably don't want to start my day with it tomorrow. Bam. Though actually for our model, I imported the normals. I want to import the tangents too. See, not that much different. Awesome. Awesome. Pizzazz. Pizzazz. Okay. So now we're going to do something a little different. I've been meaning to make this script for a while. So really quickly, we're going to use my Udon GPT that I made. And we're going to ask it to please create a Unity editor wizard to change a target string to an input string. Change all file names in a target folder in a selected folder. Please create a Unity editor wizard to change all file names with a target string to an input string. For example, I have many files that are named template animation, and I want to change them to character name animation. As you can see, it replaces template with character. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna take rename file wizard, copy that, go to here, go to editor, and create a script. This script. A developer update from ViewChat. Join Visual Studio now. Copy code. Back to here. Bam. Save. Okay. Let's see how this works. So we're going to make a test one first because I don't want to risk messing up my files too badly. We'll call this script test. And then we'll go tools, rename file wizard. And our target folder is our script test. And we want to replace template with new name, just so I know it's working. Specified folder path does not exist. Okay, so let's go ahead and show an Explorer. Oh, of course. So should be copy, bam, rename. All right, that's going to save me a lot of time. And it looks like I don't want to put a space at the end. Just put a space in there. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. Yes, delete. Then go to Ebenhor. Show an Explorer. I want this path. Copy, paste, and Ebenhorn rename. All right. Okay, that saves me so much time. That saves me just an unbelievable amount of time. Oh, I wish these had been named template as well. I mean, it saves me 10 minutes, but it's worth it. Not like it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay, gesture layer. No, FX layer, excuse me. Template blend tree. We want to replace our template blend tree with our Ebenhorn blend tree. Then we'd like to go to expressions and replace these with our here. Now next, we can make an AI that does all this for me. Not quite sure how I'll do that, but figure it out. Making sure I didn't miss any here. Awesome. And we'll rename this to Ebenhorn. Sorry. Copy. All right. Okay. In the blend tree, there's nothing in it so far. Which is fine by me. We do want our manual expressions to be included. That should be one of the trees.
And we got to reassign these again. Angry, neutral. Blep, blush, confusion, happy, sad, shock, tone out. Okay. Beautiful. Then there's basically just two other blend trees to make, which are sweater and so those will be the two other blend trees we'll be adding. Should be a direct blend tree. So we're making the toggles now. Now for these, I'm going to do an annoying amount of renaming, but I was hoping to avoid most of this, but I did not. Bye. So it's just the gestures that weren't there. So I'm going to go back to template here and adjust the gesture animations and rename these to template. Because that way, when I return to it and rename it again, it will rename everything. This is probably something I'll include in my class that I'll be making. My God. I think my least favorite shorthand for computers is the double click. Because it feels like very like I'd rather just have a like another select button. I don't know. Annoying sometimes. Especially when you have to do it a bunch. Which I often do. Okay. We're in action layer. Want to replace in these. That's the action layer. The gesture layer. And replace them here with hand, idle, fist. And just one at a time. Go through it. Bam. See, next I need to figure out how to speed up this part with a script.
All right. So now, left and right hand we have utilized properly. We've assigned everything. The locomotion layer. You can keep the proxy for almost all of these. I may not need to replace that one. But in Ebonhorn locomotion, we want to make sure that we're using these new layers, animator layers, not these ones. Oh, sorry, the blend trees. So standing would be, we don't need to replace just yet, but crouching we do. And prone we do. Okay, bada boom. Whew. Then we can go here. We're going to add an avatar descriptor. Set up the view. He's pretty tall. Bada boom. Lip sync, nothing yet. Eye look. I'll have to make new eye bones. All right. Action, FX, and gesture all need to be replaced. Oh, and then base is locomotion. Locomotion, gesture, action, FX. And then in our expressions, so need to include the expression menu and parameter menu. All right. Oh boy, we're getting there. We're getting there. Whew. Man, the hips look really good. I really love how this part came out right here. That looks really good. Sam, Shatter. Hello, Shatter. How you doing? How has your week been treating you? We're on working on the Minotaur boy. So college going fun? Going well? Going fun? Going fun sounds weird. I'm tired. But hello. How's it going? Ball of Stress. How's the Avi going? We're just getting to actually we're getting pretty close. I think we're on course to finish everything tomorrow. We'll pretty much get almost everything done today except the face tracking. So just need to update that and we'll be good to go. But it's going really well. Thank you for asking. I'm very excited with how he looks. As you can see, he's coming out super well. Still need to give him physics for his thighs, but chest, pec, fluff in the arm, fluff the legs, hair fluff, chest fluff. I'll have quite a few Fizzbones. Well, I hope school gets a little bit less stressful for you. Working on any fun projects at least? Need to lock the materials to do this properly. We're just going to lock all of them in. Then go to Blender. We got to create the clip shapes, clip UV maps. Sweaters, done. Don't need anything for that. I wrote a bunch of programs this morning for class. Now I'm tearing them down my rigs. Now I'm tearing down my rigs to play a game of HW swap, homework swap, hardware swap. Oh, you mean your computer rig? Well, that's exciting. I was thinking character rigs. We'll move this over. Move it up one. So that's for the tail. Hardware, yeah, finally purging the NVIDIA cards from my life. No RTX for you? I'll take them. They're listed for sale. Well, oh, heck yeah. Smart. I think we'll just take these ones right away. Move them there. Like them. The arms. Basically, so the whole torso. 1650 Super and a 1080. Gotcha. Man, I remember being so excited about my first 1080. And then we'll hide this section, I think. There. And move this up 2. And then basically all the fluff in here should go up as well. We also want the tips of the ears. I was in denial that I needed a new card until I tried PCVR for the first time. Yeah, it's a very it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. They want us to play games, but they want us to play games that also are really computationally expensive. How dare they? Excuse me. All right, we'll see how this works. So let's export everything. That 1080 is a tank. Lol, ran most of its life at 2100 megahertz. Megahertz on core and 5800 megahertz on memory. Oops. Ah, balls. Unlock again. I should have done renamed, 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 and renamed. Alright, so this is what disappears when the sculpt is on, or when the sweater's on sculpt. Doop. Still much more fluff to hide. Pretty much all the ones on the back and shoulder. And then a little bit on the chest as well. Oh wait, I'm not toggling the fluff. So go back. UV1. Named. Renamed.
Shader locking is a new feature in.
Leave me alone. Bang. All right, there we go. So much better. Looks good. Just need to get more of the fluff on the back. Just gonna do this. Control L. $420 already. Holy moly. Day is just rushing by. The fuzz will actually probably help prevent some of the clipping that could happen. It looks so fuzzy. So fuzzy. All right. Oh, that's too much. And it looks like we don't want to get rid of. Okay, so let's back up a few steps. So this one definitely. I think for this other one, I'm just going to move the sweater forward instead. And then for the body, I think we basically want to keep this section enabled. That's the darkness. I think I need to replace that. Instead of darkening the body, just do it with ambient occlusion. But working pretty well. Pretty darn well. For the body, the tail and the tail fluff are the same one. Okay. Either way, I can start making the animations to make these work. And we'll go from there. So here, sweater off, we hit record. We take the clothing, turn it off. We take the sweater material. We also hit disabled, double disabled. And that's fine. And then we can go to tail off, hit record, select the body, fluff, we hit that one, and with the body, we hit that one as well. Body. This one is not locked in. There we go. Okay. We should also add a fizz bone. Fizz bones. And this one will be PB tail. Record, and we'll just turn that object off. That's all we need for right now. PB tail, PB butt, L, R, L, thigh, R, of the pec as well. Pec, L, pec, R. Then we'll have fluff, arm, L, R. How many bones can we have again? Oh man, I wish I could just crack my neck. Um, component 16. Okay, we're good. We'll call this one hair. And any other ones? I think so. Well, there will be more, but at the moment, we're good. Fizz, bone. This one can be tail. Clean my glasses. Clean my glasses. Clean my glasses. Much better. All right. And let's just hit play and see what the tail does. Oh. Oops. Balls. Balls. So make a curve. So you can make the collider match the tail fluff as close as possible. Like that. Should be pretty good. Nice. I'm going to say a mobile 0.5. Move them again. And then for the immobile, we'll also curve. Gives it a little bit more liveliness. Like the spring, we can put up and do the exact same thing. No, the other way. Yeah, because we'll want this. More spring towards the end. All right. I'm on Twitch Pog. Hello, Thorn. Welcome. Welcome back. And bam. Bam. All right. Tail is good to go. Do you remember me? Maybe. Maybe. All right. Now I can use cute anime girl emojis. Powerful. Powerful. Powerful advantage. All right, let's do some more rigging. We've got to rig the butt. Godly advantage. Skate guy, I prefer female anime characters over male anime characters. And no judgment here. No judgment here. I find that most anime characters are very whiny, male or female. I say most modern anime characters. Also, when I play video games, I only like to play female characters. I played Mass Effect as FemShep. Loved Mass Effect. That was such a good game. And honestly, the male character was just really boring. Also, still bullshit that as FemShep you couldn't romance Jack. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's a bunch of BS. What isn't this symmetrizing? 3 mirror. There we go. That should symmetry. There we go. Okay. Then we go to the butt here. Hey! Oh means, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. We're working on rigging a butt right now. And hello. Good time to join. Working on the butt, yes. Male jiggle physics, 10 out of 10. Lamo. It's important stuff. This is what my clients pay me the big bucks for. Welcome, sir. Well, thank you, Amins. Thank you. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out. I make VR chat avatars here. If you're familiar with VR chat, it's what I do full time. So I'm a full time VR chatter. Though I spend most of my time in Blender. And now we've kind of targeted, isolated this side. I'm a full-time retail worker. Do you enjoy it? Enjoy your retail job? I remember having some fun doing retail. Really depends on your boss, but of course not. Just doing it for Moni. Smooth That should have symmetrized it. Yes, it did. These ones here. Groin fluff. Bam. 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 We'll leave it like that for now. It's homophobic, so yeah, he almost fired me just because I'm gay, by the way. Well, shit. What an asshole. What an asshole. Time to steal stuff. I do not recommend that. Do not condone stealing. Professional retail borrower. That's mine, and this is mine, and this one too. Excuse me. Whew. Oh, sneeze. Well, that thighs. That's a little too much. All right, I'll turn this down. Immobile 0.5, pull, spring, definitely an angle limit of 90, just so it never goes too far. Perfect. A little bit of wibble wobble. Nothing too crazy. A little bit more spring. Perfect. Awesome. That looks good. One thing I like about Romania is that if you experience homophobia or racism in the workplace, you can sue the employer at request to replace them. Well, that seems rather progressive. We are blessed. Oh. So a little bit more work to do. He looks pretty relaxed. He's chilling. He's just chilling. He's just happy to be here. Just happy to be here. All right, but we need some colliders on. 0.2. Maybe 0.1. 5. With a curve like this. All right. Bam. Okay, that looks good. Dork, dork, dork. But that jiggle. But physics, indeed. Indeed. The power. The power. The power. All right. We got the butt collider working. Looking good. The moneymaker, juicy. It's important stuff, okay? Okay? It's very important. Keep your eye on the prize, y'all. Or maybe you are. Very important. Very importante. All right. Weight paint. Something like this. A little bit bigger, a little bit more influence. Let's try that again. Perfect. Looking very nice. Thank you, Areku. Hello. Hello, hello. A Firsad. I'm new to animation, so you can give me some tips how to do animation. You'll definitely what I would recommend is find some rigs online. There's a lot of free animation ready rigs, especially for Blender, and they are just great to start experimenting with right away. There's probably no wrong type of animation to start with, but I think you'll definitely need to just find a resource. You don't need to start from scratch and make your own avatar, though that there's a lot of value in that, but it's not necessary to do. And it will give you a leg up in terms of just getting started right away. That'd be my recommend. A Firsad, and welcome. Hello. Yes, we do, and thank you. Thank you very much. Looking very nice. Thank you, Rick. Hello, hello. Are you planning on hosting a meeting on VR chat? Not today. Not today. I'd love the idea of doing one, but it's probably going to be a little while till I actually get around to it. Thanks for the tip. Absolutely, absolutely. I wish you well in your animation journey. It'll be a fun one. Certainly, there will be some challenges, but that's the fun part. Learning, getting that brain smarting. Want this little tip up here moving. And definitely come by if you have any other questions. I usually am working in Blender or VR chat, Unity. So I have a decent amount to share. It's kind of a VR chat specific. Chest physics. It is fun. Fall off projected. Does that mean it projects through? No. How do I do that again? Fall off
not projected sphere. I want it to go through. You know what? It's probably going to be fine without me removing the physics from the chest. I think it'll probably look better, actually. Probably. Probably. You know what? I'll actually just copy the settings from thigh. Copy. And paste. All right, play. Do I stream tomorrow? Yes, yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. Pretty much Monday through Friday. I'll always be streaming. Maybe even Saturdays, depending on if I really need to get something done. All right, he's got the pecs moving. I think that's good. It's not like over the top, but it's definitely there. Yeah. Perfect. Noise. A noise. Okay, what's next? I need a 14-hour nap. Nap. 14-hour and nap. Is that a nap though? Seems much more like just sleeping. Also, everyone who's lurking, thank you all for coming by. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Again, I just work on VR chat avatars here, make a bunch of different kinds of things, and I'd love to answer any of your questions. Bam, 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 pin, keep offset. Back to now, because I'm almost in need of a 12-hour plus nap. Fluff. Farm fluff. Oh no! Hello, Sage. Hello, hello. Feel free to just DM their name to me, and I'll publicly execute them. Absolutely, absolutely. DM me on Discord. DM me on Discord. Clarify. Mort means half dead from exhaustion. Gotcha. Oh yeah. Bye-bye. Bam, bam, bam. And they're gone. They are gone. The audacity of some people. Yeah, if anyone, please let me know if anyone receives weird messages on Discord. Or not the usual kind of weird. I'm happy to
to get rid of them. I mean, I would prefer you are not dealing with that. So that's certainly not the experience I would want to have. But thank you again for letting me know, Sage. They flock to me. I like to fuck with them. It's very tried or true, you know. They stick to kind of the same stuff every time. I'm amazed. I guess it works in some ways. Were you ever interrupted by siblings while streaming? Because I have. I mean, my brother could. He's not particularly interested in being near the camera, though. Okay, arm fluff done. But I hope you're having a good day, Sage. Thank you again for letting me know. I need to put in a filter on. I think if some people don't mind, I am gonna mod a few people, and don't feel like you have any sort of responsibility. Just that I just would like, just in like happenstance, that if you see something weird, you can just get rid of people. How have you been? I've been doing well. I've been doing well. Definitely towards the end of my day here. Just about to wrap up the stream, but it has been going well. Look at the boy here. Look at this Minotaur man. Look how good he looks. And we've been kicking butt, you know? Things have been busy. The Discord's getting busy, the stream's getting busy, and that feels really good. Been a mod for many people, though I'm not as active as I used to be. You know, well, I don't expect anyone to be. It should not be a job. It should just be. It increases the odds that things look a bit better. Boy. That's awesome. Thank you, Sage. Thank you. He's looking perfect. Thank you, Nammers. Thank you. I'm happy. I'm pleased. It feels good. I don't like him. He seems aggressive. Apparently, it says in his reference he's like passive. So he's a very, very kind-hearted Minotaur. But he does have sharp teeth. Does have sharp teeth. Perfect. Just a little bit of movement on that fluff looks really good. Doesn't have to be over the top, but it will. Does help sell it. Been doing a lot of Warframe, getting builds together. Ooh, exciting! Warframe has one of my favorite aesthetics, like the organic armor. I don't know if anyone ever played Dark Sector back in the day, but that's like my favorite kind of aesthetic. Organic metal armor and stuff like that. So good. It's very good. I'm all about it. Dark Sector was the predecessor to Warframe. Okay, I definitely like the aesthetic is there. It has a very similar set, like the smooth face masks, the elegant organic shapes. Ah, tasty. My favorite aesthetic is like the angelic gargoyles, if that makes sense. A little bit, yeah. From Warframe or just in general? The logo has the Warframe. Oh wow! Okay, so it's quite literally that direct. Same universe, perhaps. Look at those floppy ears. They're flip a flopping. They might be a little too floppy. Let's turn down the spring, turn up the pull. Yeah, that's better. The aesthetic in general. Gotcha. If I had enough money, I would commission you to model an angel gargoyle. Hey, goals. Actually, the new expansion, we get to meet the OG guy from Dark Sector. They worked the story into the game. What the? Think of Dark Sector as Warframe 1990. I did see the like back in time Warframe thing. I just didn't put together that was related. Oh, that's really cool. I'll have to look into that. I like that lore. That may actually get me to play Warframe. What's it doing? Oh yeah, got this. And we've got colliders on it. Let's make it a little bit bigger, so I can put a collider on this, or collision, that we can control a little bit better. Like that. It's not a whole thing, but the guy we play as for about 5 minutes, definitely the same guy from Dark Sector. Fascinating. Huh. That's really cool. Do you need to add any special things to the scene or an add-on to Unity? For the Fizzbones, these come from the VRChat SDK. So if you get the VRChat SDK, then you have access to the Fizzbones. Maybe not the same name, but we kind of get that he was the first Warframe Excalibur, but it's him. Huh. Wow. Makes me nostalgic in a way. I remember playing through Warframe or Dark Sector when I was very sick. It kind of has like a weird, surreal nostalgia to it. With Creator Companion or U Asset. Creator Companion will get it for you. But once you download the VRChat SDK, you just have it available as a component. So it's just ready to go at that point. It's just ready to go. Also, kind of being the story in my head, I think he may have been Excalibur Umbra from the other quests IDK. Interesting. I don't know enough about Warframe lore to connect that, but I look forward to knowing it. All right, that looks good. We're gonna add one more fizzy bone. Are you ready to export it? No, we still got probably another 5 hours worth of work to finish everything, because we're going to add face tracking so that we get full expressions for the character. Should be a lot of fun. Really got to do all the quests together, watch the cutscenes, understand it. But that's my thought. I mean, the only thing I saw from Warframe recently, I think it's Warframe, was like this big door that like zooms out of like a hyperspace or something. It was kind of freaky. It was like a laughing door or something. That was weird. But I was into it. Yeah, it's creepy. So is a thing. Interesting. I am a door. Does he tell people that he adores them? I think we'll have to change the pivot point a little. There's also a mouth portal, exactly what it sounds like. Interesting. What a weird game. The facial expressions sound fun. It is fun. That's like rigging gets the body moving, and then you get the emotions going from the facial rigs. Takes a little bit though. Definitely an investment of time to get it all working. Well, I will have to check that out, Sage. I will definitely be checking that out. Inject metal growth into my veins. Would become a warframe. Much better. Okay. Don't want it to flip up quite so much. So we're going to go into nose ring and turn on polar limit. So this will allow us to create a very specific hinge. Bam. Okay, so right there. That'll prevent it from going into the lip, but still give me some wiggle. Especially my dedication regarding working on Blender, I would just be so overwhelmed if I had to model anything just for myself. Well, certainly when I started out, it was overwhelming, but it just takes time. It just takes time and finding ways to make it fun. Just takes time. That looks good though. I like that. That's really satisfying, actually. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'm probably moving it too fast, but fun. All right, copy those settings. Just overwhelmed by all of the assets and layers and everything. There is a nuts amount of stuff, and a lot of it is just because Unity likes to be complicated and just different layers of complication overlapping on each other. But if you want to keep it real simple, it's not too bad. And if you want to, I think a nice way to start is just find like a avatar someone else has made and make edits to it, get it uploaded. So you have something you know works, and just kind of go from there. I started out with a base avatar because I just didn't know enough to do it all. So I just started with a base and kind of worked from there. This one is pure black. Well, I'll definitely have to touch up all the fluff tomorrow. Get it all. It's a little messy right now. I think we can improve it. Improve it. This spot looks really good. Maybe just redo it so it all looks like this. Let's take these ones, get rid of these ones, lay them out. It wouldn't be that hard and it would look good. I'm more of a 2D guy. All right. Technically, you can upload drawings. You could just make a drawing, Bring it into Unity and upload it. Maybe not quite what you're looking to do, but you know, it's possible. It is possible. Oh, that is a script I made in order to rename some files. I had ChatGPT generate a script so I could rename a bunch of files in here with Ebonhorn. And I didn't have to do it manually. I don't want to do it manually because I'm lazy. I don't want to. That's a lot of work. And no. Changed your name, Fishman111. So who would you have been before? Is it Python? It is C sharp. C sharp. That's what Unity runs in. All right. I think we're going to call it there for now. I'm feeling a little tired. And there is much more to do, but we'll be saving it for tomorrow. But thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. It has been a very productive day, satisfying day, where we got Minotaur almost done, and we've got the Zin, our mech dragon. He's going to be being wrapped up very, very soon. Did you know C# is actually C++++? I did. It's another derivative, even more abstract. I will, Fishman. Thank you for coming by, and thank you everyone for hanging out with me. If you're new here, definitely hit that follow button and subscribe button because I will be back shortly, tomorrow, for another full day of working on avatars, making models, doing Blender stuff. Sky, you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming by. Namers, thank you for the stream. Have a good rest of your night. I definitely will. I'm going to chill, maybe watch a movie, and definitely eat some sushi. That is the plan. Have a good one. See ya. I will, JW. Evan, looking forward to finishing the boy tomorrow. Should have him ready for you by the evening. Maybe not completely finished, but certainly in VR chat. And Thorn, enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck with your projects. And much love to all of you, everyone. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up on Discord. Goo, and you have a great one as well. You have a goo one, a good one. But I'll catch you all later. Can't wait to see them. I will. Yeah, me. Same here. I will enjoy my sushi. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, catch you all later. Have a good night, day, or morning. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Get out of here, Lamb. I am. I'm going. I'm going. Okay, bye.